Hello everyone, welcome to the week of the 21st. Well, that was inconvenient timing. As you heard from that sound, it was me trying to edit and upload a video here. It's actually my E3 reaction, so it actually just got done exporting. I'm not going to be able to upload it to YouTube because, as you can kind of see, I'm going to bed. But it will be uploaded and scheduled I can't even remember the weeks at this point. It's gonna be a month from now before you guys see it, just because of how the scheduling is. So yeah, super excited about that. The actual E3 reaction video itself turned out to be like 50 minutes. So yeah, so what I'm doing with like videos like that is I'm gonna upload it along with the actual video. The actual video is probably gonna be only like 15, maybe less minutes because of it, but it's gonna be like a double upload because it's supposed to be in that same video. I just, for the sake of trying to keep the video as condensed as I can, we're gonna do it that way. But it's not like you're missing out on any content. You'll still get it. But yeah, I'm super excited that I'm actually back on track with those vlogs here. Everything is scheduled. I'm gonna be working on this next video coming up that I'm at, which is going to be last week's, and going to be scheduling it this week as well. So I'm all basically caught up. Basically. How many times can I say that? But yeah, super excited about that. Something else that I'm trying out this week is kind of just watching what I eat. Like I think I eat pretty healthy. Like I eat chicken, rice, and beans and veggies every lunch, and I eat eggs for breakfast, which is quite a lot of protein. But dinner's kind of like whatever's in the fridge. So I can see there's like a dot on there. Get out of there. Okay, perfect. So what I'm trying to do for dinner is kind of split up more into like 2 meals here. I kind of have a snack prepared because I want to eat some, like I got some like cashews because those are actually good for you in small quantities. So I actually bagged like a handful or 2 for each day, and I got like 6 or 7 bags out of a pound. So which is awesome. It'll be a nice snack there. Carla ate most of it, but there is some watermelon in the fridge that I'll probably have as well, if there's any left by the time I get to it. We also have tilapia. I also made some ground beef that's like 93% lean. Like the leaner the better, basically, for me. I'm probably gonna start cooking more stuff like pork tenderloin, anything that has round in it. Yeah, and sticking to chicken here. So I'm just trying to kind of watch my portions here and just kind of eat better especially during the night. Night's gonna kind of be more smaller stuff because that's when you're supposed to eat less, is at night, because then you just go to bed with just all those calories doing nothing. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna aim for this week for that. So that's kind of like my personal life here. For work, I finished my first major project today, and this week is just editing it basically and just kind of reviewing it. Also, this week was the first week back for some of our representatives. I was unfortunately not part of that group. I'm going to be going in next week, so that'll be cool to see everybody. I'm even going to have lunch with one of my co-workers on Tuesday. I'm not going to do Monday because honestly, like Monday, I kind of want to explore. Like, it's like 5 floors, I believe. Like our entire building, and 2 through 5 is like just offices, but the first floor is like where everything's at, like the cafeteria, the gym, the snack bar. Well, I'm obviously not going to eat anything, but I kind of want to explore. Like I love exploring, honestly. I'm gonna get in trouble one of these days for it, but that's okay. But yeah, that's kind of what's on tap. So basically this week is just preparing for the move-in and my first project turn-in. I'm going to probably be putting this in front of my manager's face, my first project, in front of his face by the end of the week, if I had to guess. And then I'm presenting that to the leaders and the managers of the department I trained for on the 13th of July, which is cool. But yeah, that's basically what I have as kind of like an overview of what this week is going to look like. So join me for the week as we have those zany adventures. And I will see you, if there's no other clips, at the end of the week on Sunday. Oh, I guess I can talk about Sunday before I end it off here. Well, I'm gonna go see Adam tomorrow, so I guess you'll see me do some stuff with him. And then Sunday I'm going over to my folks' place because they promised me like a seafood dinner, but I couldn't because I got sick. So they are gonna make it up to me by having seafood then. But anyway, now let's end this segment off, and I will see you throughout the week with what I do. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's Topic Tuesday. Today I'm thinking of talking about basketball today. Because just yesterday I was at Adam's house. We were watching the Phoenix Suns play in the playoffs against the Clippers, and they won. It was actually such a great game. If you guys missed it, especially at the end, oh man, that was a rush. But yeah, I mean, basketball is my favorite sport, to be quite honest. Right next to weightlifting, for obvious reasons. Yeah, I mean, I kind of sad that. So I'm gonna kind of go through my life story here on basketball. So I mean, when I was probably like around what was it? It was like 3rd, 4th grade. Like, we got like a basketball net at our front yard. So, and my dad got me a basketball. So I learned how to play. I'm not a terribly good player, honestly. But honestly, I just like to shoot around. I don't even like playing in like any games. But it still ends up being my favorite sport for whatever reason. But anyway, I kind of do wish that if I could go back, like I could do like more basketball camps or something, like an intramural sport as opposed to soccer. I don't know. I don't know why I did not take that opportunity. Probably because I was lazy. Who knows? But I mean, when it's not 120 degrees out like it always is, it's kind of cool to just grab some friends and play some pickup games. What was kind of cool was that it is a big part of my childhood, my life. When I moved houses when I was in 6th grade, like I found some good friends, and I would play basketball with them by the elementary school that was right near my house. It was like a 5-minute walk from my house. So and we would go ahead and do that. Sometimes we would even be lucky, and we would grab a bunch of friends on a summer night, like at 12 a.m. and we would play like a pickup game, because I mean, like I said, it gets 120 degrees out. At that point it's like probably 80-90 degrees out by then, and we would just play for a game or two. Had a lot of fun. I even twisted my ankle a couple times, because that's part of the fun, you know. And honestly, like, had some pretty good memories here. And then our group only got bigger and bigger and bigger from there. Like, I even invited Adam to it. Alex, me, and Adam Larson were the original trio. And then there was a guy in our neighborhood named Jordan who would join us, which was cool. A guy named Michael would join us as well. And just any other friends who would be willing to join. Sometimes we even got some girls to come with us, and not necessarily, well, some of them played sometimes, but they just came out and we hung out. So it was kind of just like a big, like, just friend fest that we had. And we were just kids having a good time on a summer night, even when it's hot as crap out. And we always hung out at the school, even at night, because it was the only basketball court that had light. Our other basketball court at the park at that time didn't have any lights, so it was really hard to see the net. So yeah, I personally, that's one of the main reasons why I enjoy basketball. Watching basketball, I mean, yeah, it is a little bit more boring, like just watching people go back and forth. The first quarter is pretty interesting, and the fourth quarter is obviously super fun, especially if it's a close game. It's just kind of that middle ground here, because you're just watching people give points. But I still enjoy it anyway. And I'm hoping, because of everything opening up again, that maybe I can even take my little brother to a game at some point. Possibly looking at 2022, maybe. I don't know. It does open up that possibility there. I would love to go to a basketball game with him. I don't know. I just haven't been to a sporting event forever. It's kind of cool too, watching that game yesterday, because they put out cardboard cutouts for an esporting event that was on TV to simulate that there was a game going on with a huge crowd. But it just looks so cringe. I don't know. I could not get behind that. So, and then when I saw the game last night, the stadium was full. It was packed with just fans, and it was so cool. I was so happy to see that. Like, it just kind of felt like that we were back on track. Among with other things that are going on, but that's a totally different subject that I've been talking about for like ever. So it's just kind of I guess that was another reason why it was thrilling to see last night's game too, is just to see everything back to normal. Unfortunately, there are some cases, like Chris Paul right now is on the Suns, and he couldn't play because he tested positive, unfortunately. So I mean, there is still like repercussions on that, but honestly, like, pretty much everything is back to normal. It was kind of funny too, because their point guard for that game actually got his nose bopped and it got cut, and it wasn't gnarly or anything, but they actually showed a flashback to when I would like desperately follow the Suns. Like, I don't follow the Suns like anymore, to a point like I did before, but my favorite basketball player at the time when I was following the Suns was Steve Nash. And on one of the playoff games against the Spurs, like, he got knocked so hard that his nose just started bleeding like all over the place. Like, it was pretty gnarly. He had to play the rest of the rest of the playoff games like that. So just good times. I've honestly had nothing but good memories with the sport of basketball. Tell me down in the comments what your guys' favorite sport was, and if you had any good memories with it. I would love to see them down there and read about it. But yeah, honestly, I just kind of wanted to rant about that, just because that basketball game just kind of reminded me of that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you for the rest of the content here. Hello everyone, welcome to This Week Again. This time we're actually doing a movie review. I was actually going to do this last week, but I just ran out of time because I watched this at the late of last week. But what I wanted to talk about was Raya and the Last Dragon. I actually watched it because it looked pretty interesting from the trailers. I just waited for it to get off Premiere Access. And it was actually pretty good. I really enjoyed the music from it. I thought the music was probably the best thing for it. The whole movie was centered around trust, which is good in my book. Trust is good. The way they went about it, though, is kind of odd. What basically happened is that something happened where there was a fight, and the two people couldn't trust each other, and it's been like 6 years since they like talked, and it actually like affected like the entire world. So it wasn't like just a small kind of thing; it was a big thing. And the problem that I had with it was that they portrayed that, oh, it's been 6 years, you did one thing and now suddenly the whole thing is good. Like, no, it doesn't really work like that. It takes more than one thing for 6 years. I mean, yeah, you can start at any time. In fact, it's encouraged, but it's something that you have to work for, especially if it is that long. So that was really the only thing that I had to criticize with. I thought that the characters were great. They all had personality and their own role to it. Except for a couple of characters. There were a couple of characters where it's like, why is this person in here as a main character? They kind of forced it in there because there's 5 different set pieces that they needed, and some of them they just kind of chose just the first person. So I don't know. Some of it kind of just seemed thrown together. Sometimes the plot I felt like moved too quickly, and they needed to kind of slow down a little bit. I don't know how they would have, because they still fit in for 2 hours. Maybe they should have put in less. I don't know, just kind of felt that the plot was rushing a little bit. Like, I would have liked it to slow down a little bit, or maybe just cut out some unnecessary bits. I'm not really sure. Dragons were a cool addition. Of course, there are dragons in there, but I kind of felt like there was also an afterthought as well. I mean, yeah, there's a dragon in there, but I mean, you don't necessarily, the whole plot, the whole movie didn't necessarily need it. I would have loved to see that incorporated more. It just kind of seemed like that they were there just because there was dragon in the name. I don't know, they could have done more with it. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys here. I still thought it was a pretty good movie. The art direction, the music was really good. I felt like the purpose was there. Just kind of some characters fell flat, and the plot could have used a little bit of work to make it a great movie. But it's still a good movie to take with your family, or if you have little ones, you can sit them down while you're working from home, so that you can get at least 2 hours to kind of get some work done. But yeah, that's kind of what I had to say about that movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you throughout the rest of the week for some more content.
Yeah.
But also because of the cats.
How'd you do this one?
Huh? Oh, it's really, Carla, if you remember, I'm not going to be able to explain it well because I haven't played it in so long.
The 2 rival spy masters must know the secret identities of 25 agents. Their teammates know the agents only by...
I'm playing at it because I feel like...
I got a good one next.
Does it both have to do with the word, or is one kind of like obscure? Or
Alright, so this is the first time Carla's having a beer in like weeks.
Like 4, 5?
I can't remember. You started when I was on vacation. Get a close up of this.
Already
Not even a sip. She just sniffed it. Tastes just as good as you remember. Nice. Alright, Carla. It's been like a month or 2. How was it? Tell my 15 subscribers.
okay, honestly, it was good, but did I miss out? No, not really. I felt like once you get into the groove of healthy eating, that's the way to go.
Eat healthy.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. I just kind of feel like I want to throw up a little bit.
Oh.
So much bread, so many carbs.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the end of the week here. It is Sunday. Yeah, as you probably saw, there was not a lot that happened this week. I gave a little movie review. I did my topic Tuesday, as far as I know, but that was pretty much it. everything was just focused on work, on trying to get ready and prepared to go back to the office. And tomorrow I am. So I can't really film anything inside there. Maybe I'll try to put a picture up. I don't even think I could do that, honestly, of my cubicle. But yeah, tomorrow is day 1 back in the office, and from what I've heard, I'm pretty hyped about it. So can't wait for that. I have everything packed here, as you can kind of see. Well, I mean, that's my computer, but yeah, my computer's going back. The monitors are going to stay here because I still have to work hybrid. Keeping the keyboard and mouse. I had to take my headphones. But yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at here. Bittersweet. No, it's not. But anyway, can't wait to go back tomorrow. I heard a lot of good stuff about it and how nice it is. Can't wait to see my cubicle and everything, and it'll be fun to see some people. Yeah, so that's gonna be this week's fun. The only thing to note here, future Kev, is that I did make sushi yesterday, and I did have Dylan over here, so I couldn't necessarily film it. So if you do make sushi again this week, make sure you film that, and if you can, put it in this week. If not, then we'll just worry about it next week. But yeah, other than that, nothing else going on here. Join us next week for first week of office, and we'll take it from there. Thank you guys so much for watching.